My high school world history teacher, Mr. Corday, used to ask if you were taking stupid pills. Whenever you were doing something stupid, saying something stupid, or just plain being stupid and dumb in the classroom, he'd always ask, are you taking stupid pills? Sometimes he'd kick your desk, but most of the time he'd call you by last name and say, hey, so-and-so, have you been taking stupid pills? After listening to almost all the sports commentators and some YouTubers alike, I have to pose this question to them. Have you been taking stupid pills? I'm talking about the recent hiring of the New Orleans Pelicans head coach. To think that out of all the possible candidates for head coaching jobs, the Pelicans go and hire Stan Van Gundy. Much respect to him. I love what he did when he was with the Orlando Magic in his early years. But after the mess and shambles that he made out of the Detroit Pistons, my Detroit Pistons, how dare everyone say this is such a great hire and great for Zion? What the heck are y'all smoking out there? No way this makes sense. No way at all. There's a ton of other coaches out there, a ton of other individuals you could have chosen to come and lead this organization into the next phase of rebuilding. They're a young squad. They need a coach that the players can relate to. And, I just think this was a bad hire. No way this makes sense. The recent hiring of NBA coaches, and I have to add in outside of Tibbs in New York. I'm a big fan of Tibbs. He gets in and he gets it done. But outside of him, a lot of these franchises are telling me that they're not concerned with championships at all. This includes several retreads in certain places, such as Philadelphia and also Los Angeles, the Clippers, that is. I also believe that Bugs Bunny could have coached the Lakers to a championship this year. A LeBron James-led team doesn't need too much of a head coach. Just get out of the way, let him play. Reminds me of those player coaches that they used to have back in the day. So I just wanted to put that out there and let you know. But my main rant is about the stupid pills that these commentators are taking with these recent hirings of these head coaches. I also want to briefly touch on the topic of the lack of diversity in the recent coaching hires. After all the justice movements and cries and the Black Lives Matter slogans all over the basketball courts and those fancy badges that the head coaches were wearing during this shortened season, many African American candidates got screwed over. So to me, that was just a bunch of unsuccessful hot air by the league. You can't make anyone who owns a franchise or a company or corporation for that matter hire anybody, but it's hard to turn a blind eye to what just recently happened. You got Brooklyn, you got New Orleans, you got Indiana. Like the commenters aired on Brother from Another. You find them on YouTube, and also they have a podcast going as well, so look them up, Brother from Another. They say recently that when African Americans are hired to take on coaching positions, they usually inherit a team that is in disarray and is pretty much a cellar dweller when it comes to them getting their head coaching opportunities or their first head coaching opportunities. But enough on that topic. Hopefully we can see some real change. And like I said, starts at the top with these organizations. Are they really committed to winning, or are they, committed to just collecting profits from these teams, and it's just another game to them? But like I said, enough on that topic. But just to keep it real and call a spade a spade. Now I want to go back to these commentators and these stupid pills. What success, might I ask, has Stan Van Gundy had recently that makes him such a great fit and a great hire for the New Orleans Pelicans? To me, you're setting yourself up to lose him. If you don't put the proper coach around him, or the proper coaching around him, he's going to walk in a couple of years, I guarantee you. And you know, this might have pulled out the hammer. All that's missing are the nails to start putting the nails in the coffin. Also, with the newly appointed head coach of the Indiana Pacers, what has he accomplished to make him such a great fit over the other candidates? I mean, Indiana is a basketball state. That is a basketball state. They've done movies concerning them. You had the Indiana Hoosiers. You got a lot of ball players that are in the league that come through the state of Indiana. Why would you go hire this guy for that position? Not raining on him, just saying that there's a lot of other candidates that were available out there that you know, could have pushed this team a little bit further than they've been getting in the most recent years as far as playoffs are concerned. As for the Brooklyn Nets, much respect to Steve Nash, but you don't get a rookie to drive your newly acquired NASCAR vehicle. That team is loaded. They're stacked. They did pretty decent this past season, but I'm sorry. I'm not giving this over to a rookie. I'm handing this over to someone who is well respected by the players, who the players have knowledge of from their playing days. I'm putting someone like that in that position. Great opportunity for Steve Nash, but I would have loved to see him go to a team that was on the rebuild instead of a team like this, because the expectations are going to be so high for him, and to me, he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that fresh out the gate. And moving on here, what have Doc Rivers and Ty Lue won lately? You know, what have they done lately to get those opportunities in Philly and Los Angeles? You know, what have you accomplished lately? I mean, are we playing a game here? Are we playing fantasy basketball with these head coaches? You know, they've had success in the past. I give that to them. But if it wasn't for the Big Three in Boston, or the bogus calls that they made in that Cavs-Warriors series, neither would have a championship. And then touching on that championship that the Cavs won, the reason I say it's bogus, just to make a long story short, I finished my shift at work. The game was on TV at work when I got in. I can't remember what the score was, but it was just weird that I left work, drove home. Took me about 30 minutes to get home. I get home, turn on the television. The score hadn't changed. Takes me 30 minutes to get home. I get home and the score is still the same as when I left work in the fourth quarter. So I'm going, something's fishy about this. So that's why I call that a bogus title right there. But I feel that you guys and you girls, as fans of whatever your team may be, deserve better in the cases of some of these coaches that are being hired than what you've been getting from ownership of these teams. As I said in one of my earlier videos, enough with the retreads, enough with the mediocre coaches, enough with the coaches that seem to come from nowhere, that we as fans have no idea of who they are and what they accomplished. But like I said, please give some of these other guys a shot out here. You know, we want to see something different on our sidelines leading our teams. Not just African Americans, but new faces of all nationalities. Give them a chance to build something special. We had too many players come through the league that gave blood and tears for these teams. Some got championships, some did not. But they went out there and gave 110% a lot of times. let's reward them by giving them the opportunity, especially those that never won a championship. Let's give them an opportunity to get in and to, you know, seal the deal and add something else to their resume. But in extent, I hope you all stay safe, enjoy yourself. Thank you for your time. And once again, no more stupid pills for these commentators. And we're out of here.